welcome to Countryfile. My name's Michael Ives, and I'm here in North West Yorkshire, where later on I'll be looking at some beautiful flowers growing in a very strange field. But first, a quick outlook on the weather. We've got a dry week coming, with very warm temperatures, up to 10 degrees, which is quite mild for this time of the year. There are also amber warnings for droughts in central, southern and eastern England, which is very odd for this time of the year. Our reporters Tom Davis and Kieran Parkhouse recently went to Hartham in Hartham to investigate.
Only 2 months ago this was the site of the Hartham Common Reservoir. Now it's completely dry and some youngsters are using it as an escape path. Normally, as you may know, there is more rain in the west than the east, but not normally, there's so little rain that we're in drought conditions here in the east. Before I start to explain why, here's a map of England.
In England we have more rain in the west than the east. This is because of something called relief rainfall. Relief rainfall is caused when the warm, moist air that is brought over to England over the Atlantic Ocean due to a prevailing southwesterly wind hits parts of England's west coast. In western counties such as Cornwall, Devon and also western Wales, the landscape is hilly and sometimes mountainous. This means that the warm, moist air must rise to get over the hills and mountains, and it therefore cools and condenses, forming clouds. These heavy clouds then release the water which falls as precipitation. This means that the clouds that do reach the east, because of the prevailing winds, are very light and contain less water. In a drought, the clouds are lighter in the first place, so instead of some rain reaching the east, it all falls in the west and none falls in the east.
My colleague Kieran Parkhouse was interviewing members of the public to see whether they knew it was a drought and how it might affect them.
Have you noticed the lack of rainfall recently?
Not in the last few months, but in the summer we did, because we live on a farm.
How has this affected you?
Well, it affects our crops, so it meant that our wheat this year was not as high as it would normally be, and therefore we couldn't maximise our sales this year. Hose pipe.
If there was a hose pipe ban, how would that affect you?
It wouldn't affect us because we live on a farm, and therefore we have an industrial reason to use our hose pipe. We have to be able to feed our livestock and obviously our crops.
Thank you. Yeah. Did you know there was a drought in England? Oh, if there is to be one in Hertfordshire, how would you cut down?
I've cut down quite a lot over the last few years.
How have you done that?
I don't use the garden. Producing in the shower. Don't flush it all the time. Have you ever heard the term yellow, let it mellow, let it drown, flush it down?
No, but...
And basically I just don't use as much water as I used to.
Thank you. Excuse me. Can I have a moment of your time?
Of course.
Have you noticed the lack of rainfall recently?
Well, no, because I have something in England, yes, of course I have, yes. It's because it's been very dry over the past few years.
How has the lack of rainfall affected you recently?
Well, in England I work for a small water company which has a reservoir to keep the water clean. So every day I dive in to check the water temperature so that the rainfall doesn't affect me. Thank you very much.
How could you cut down on your water usage?
I simply can't. I'm homeless. I don't have the money.
Joined now by Tom Davis in the studio, and we've come up with our 4 top tips to save water. I know it doesn't sound much, but turning off the tap when you're brushing your teeth.
Always have a shower rather than a bath. It saves huge amounts of water.
Number 2, although it sounds a bit odd, you don't always need to flush the toilet.
And number 1, don't use your hose pipe too much, because if there isn't a ban, there's something below.
Can you please do this sentence?
Lack of rainfall affected you?
Yes, it has. I work for...
I'm joined now by Tom Davis in the studio, and we've come up with our 4 top tips to save water. Number 4 is to always turn the tap off when you're brushing your teeth.
Number 3, always have a shower rather than a bath. It saves a lot of water.
Number 2, although it sounds a bit silly, you don't always need no, do they?
No.
Okay, how do I know how?
Say something.